Welcome to another Attack on Titan Apocalypse Day 0 build, everyone. We're almost done. I think we've only got 4 characters left. So, today we have Porco Galliard / Jaw Titan Crushing Biter. They are a 7 hand size, 24 health character with Death and Fire as their symbols, Titan and Warrior as their traits. Porco says Enhance, mill 3, so discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Your Fury or Titan attack gets +1 speed and +1 damage. And if you have 4 or more attacks in your card pool, add 1 card from your card pool to your hand, add 1 card from your hand to your card pool face up, and you may transform Porco. So that is a very high bar for transforming. That is very difficult. Especially, I believe, since Porco does say 4 or more attacks, not 4 or more attack cards. So I believe cards prior to my, contrary to my reveal video that I did for Porco, I believe I mentioned Mighty Blitz as a way to add cards into your card pool. I don't believe that works because this says 4 or more attacks, not 4 or more attack cards. But when you do get to transform, Jaw Titan Crushing Biter has a static that says your Fury and or Titan attacks get +2 speed and +2 damage. So just static speed and damage is really good, especially on these already strong keywords. Then we have a response, Sacrifice a Foundation. After your rival plays a block, seal it. Sealing a card means it loses all of its abilities. So cards that have Breaker, cards that have some sort of block trick, you can cancel them as soon as the card is played before they would be able to use any of their abilities. So that's pretty powerful, oppressive offense. So what does Porco want to do? He wants to string very, very wide. He also wants to transform if possible. So let's see what kind of attack package we can string together here. Pun not intended. First we have the Jaw Titan's Bite. This is a 4/3, 3 high for 4 with a 2 mid block, Deadlock Stun 2, Fury, and Titan. The Deadlock Stun 2 means if your rival has at least 11 foundations, you can force them to commit 2 of them. Pretty good. As a static, this says while this card is in your card pool, your other attacks get +1 damage. So the more of these you can stack into your card pool, the stronger your attacks are going to become. As a blitz, we may discard 1 card, add 1 copy of the Jaw Titan's Bite from your discard pile to your hand. So that's really good because we want to get as many attacks into our card pool as possible. So we want to be able to pick up ones from the discard pile and keep playing them by discarding maybe some foundations or something. We have Besiege, a 3/3, 3 mid for 4 with a 1 mid block, Charge, and Fury. As a blitz, this attack can only be blocked by cards with a printed block modifier of 3 or greater. So a very good card to throw at the end of a string, especially if you've got a couple of Jaw Titan's Bites giving it damage. And then as a Deadlock Blitz, this attack gets +4 damage. So again, if our rival has at least 11 foundations, we can just get free 4 damage. We have Dogged Pursuit, a 4/3, 4 high for 4 with a 2 high block and the Charge keyword. So this will not gain stats from Porco or Jaw Titan, but as a blitz we get to mill 2 and spend 1 momentum. If we do, we get to add a copy of Dogged Pursuit from our discard pile to our hand. So this is a great way to maybe spend a Jaw Titan's Bite that hasn't been, that hit and went to our momentum, or we can spend another Dogged Pursuit. But this is another way to add another attack to our hand. And I think that can come very in handy if we're just going to string out with these very low difficulty curves. We have Wish Hard, a 3/3, 2 low for 4 with a 1 low block and the Fury keyword. As a blitz, if our rival has 6 or more ready foundations, this attack gains Stun 2. Stun 2 meaning our rival has to commit 2 foundations. And this is a deck that actually would want to play Wish Hard as an attack. Because it is a 3 difficulty attack, it's very easy to play, and we can play it early to try to stun to our rival. And as a response, we get to remove it. If this card is discarded during the combat phase, we get to draw a card. So if we discard it for Jaw Titan's Bite, we get to draw a card, and that's pretty good. We have Titan Armbar. This is a 7 difficulty, 3 control, 5 high for 5 with a 2 high block, stun 2, and Titan. As a static, while this card is in our card pool, all of our attacks get +2 damage. So this is great to open with if we've already transformed, because it's a 7-high 7 with stun 2. But it's also a good card to put into our card pool if we play the mill 3 and we have 4 cards in our card pool already, and say we pick up a Besiege that we've already played, or pick up a Jaw Titan's Bite that we can play again, and then set Armbar Titan into our card pool for free, giving our current attack and any future attacks that we play that turn an extra +2 damage. We have Frenzied Dash, a 3/3, 4 mid for 2, with a 2 mid block, Fury and Weapon. As a Blitz, it gets +1 speed and +1 damage for each other Fury attack in our card pool. So Jaw Titan's Bite, Besiege, Wish Hard, and Claw of the Jaw all have Fury, and it counts other copies of Frenzied Dash. It just does not count itself. So this is probably like a string ender, especially if we've already transformed, giving this 2 speed, 2 damage base, and then any damage extra with Jaw Titan's Bite. So this is kind of our, just like Besiege, our ending card that we want to pick up. And lastly, Claw of the Jaw, a 3/3, 3 mid for 3 with a 2 high block, Fury, Punch, and Titan. As a Titan Blitz, which is a blitz we can only use if our character has the Titan keyword, which it does. This attack is +2 damage, so it's a 3 mid 5 in Porco, which is not bad stats on a 3 diff. So that's kind of what Porco wants to do for his attack base. He wants to string out a lot of maybe low difficulty attacks, pick up the best one among them, transform as quickly as possible, survive, and then string out giving all of your attacks +2 speed and +2 damage. I'm not gonna lie, guys, it'll be tricky. This is kind of just a bare bones basic Porco, but I have confidence that if someone wanted to put the effort into a long string pony style Porco, I had an idea of using, there's a two control attack that says blitz, spend a momentum, clear all other cards from each player's card pool, and this attack gets like 1/1 for each, I believe, 1 speed and 1 damage. I didn't want to add it here because it is a 2-check, and that would be really tricky to play with a deck like this. But if you played that like after transforming, I mean, you could clear everything and get a huge damage boost. I don't know if it has Fury or Titan. We can check though. I know it's a fire attuned ultra rare. Here, Rallied Assault. It is a Fury. Blitz, spend a momentum. If you did, remove all other cards from all players' card pools. This attack gets 1 speed and 1 damage for each card removed this way. So we would be playing this on an 8, which is incredibly tricky. But it's possible. If we just built a bunch and then strung out and didn't have to commit too many cards in our string because of our low difficulty curve and didn't check any 2s, something like that could be a way that you could just slam down a whole bunch of damage, especially if you're giving it 2/2 already. It becomes a 7 mid 6 base plus all of the stats. Could happen. But that's enough about the maybes. Let's focus on what we have in front of us. We have an action card filled with Doubt, a 2/5 with a 2 mid block. Response: after your rival plays an attack, seal it. This is just a very powerful defensive ability, taking away all of the abilities on any selected attack. And it cannot gain abilities, which is always good. We have Sean Gilmore, a 3/5 backup with 4 stamina and a 2 mid block. Ally, unique, mage, and party. As a static, while it is in our stage, our character is treated as having the mage keyword. And as an enhance, we can commit Sean. Our next check is +2. So this is a great way to continue our strings, make our strings wider without committing as many foundations. And we have Grisha's Attack Titan, a 2/5, 6 stamina backup with 1 low block and the Titan keyword. Form, sacrifice, add 1 Fury attack from your discard pile to your hand. So we can pick up a Besiege that we're going to throw at the end of a string. We can pick up a Wish Hard to discard later. We can pick up a Frenzied Dash to end a string on. It's kind of a great way. We want to get as many attacks into our hand as possible. And we are a 7-hander who is already playing more than a normal number of attacks. But again, we need 4 attack. We need to play at least 4 attacks in order to transform our character. Really difficult, really high bar, but I think we can do it. Next we have Devastating Loss, a 2/5 with a 3 low block. Enhance Sacrifice, destroy one rival asset or backup. So we get to automatically get rid of cards like Box. Since we're putting a lot of stats on cards, Box is really going to mess us up. So we can stop that, we can stop Cape of No Return, and we can get rid of any tricky backups like our own rivals Sean Gilmore. We have Willie Tiber's Sacrifice, a 2/4 with a 3 mid block and the unique keyword. Enhance Sacrifice, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, add one of them to your hand, and put the rest back in any order. So not only do we get to draw a card out of the 3 cards, but we also get to stack our next 2 checks, which is really, really powerful. We have Openly Doubting, a 1/5 with a 2 high block and the Fury keyword. Response flip, after your attack is blocked, your next attack gets +2 speed or +2 damage. So we can either gain speed to make sure our next one hits, or we can give damage to make sure that the next one hits even harder if our rival has maybe spent their last block. We have Killing the Old Ways, a 2/5 with a 3 mid block. First form, flip, commit one rival foundation. So the first form means the first thing you do after drawing up to your printed hand size during your turn. You can flip this to target commit any rival foundation, whatever one you think is going to cause you the most trouble. We have Planned Coup, a 2/5 with a 3 mid block. Response, sacrifice mill 3. After your attack deals damage, draw 1 card for each non-attack card milled this way. So if we mill 3 foundations, we get to draw 3 cards, which is really good. Moment of Normalcy, a 2/5 with a 3 high block and the unique keyword. Enhance Commit, return this attack to its printed speed or damage. Mainly going to use this for defense. We are a squishy 7-hander. We don't want to take a lot of big damage, so this is a good defensive piece for us. We also have Marley's Warriors, a 2/5 with a 2 mid block. Warrior first form, flip and commit. So we have to commit this card and flip it. Our checks to play attacks get +1 for the turn, which is very good for a long, wide string deck like this. We have Dark Ward, a 2/5 with a 3 low block and the spell keyword. Response flip, after your rival plays a responsibility on a card in their card pool, cancel its effects. So this is great for stopping Breaker, which is really going to hamper a string deck like this. So this stops Breaker abilities if your rival has put Aerial Goblin Bolt in their card pool and they try to cancel your Enhance or Blitz. You can cancel it with Dark Ward, so it's a very powerful response. It also has a Pact Bound Enhance, but we are not a Pact Bound character, so we're not going to worry about that. We have Eaten by the Bearded Titan, a 2/5 with a 3 high block. Enhance Tenacious, or playable while committed. Sacrifice, this attack gets -3 speed. We're going to commit a lot of foundations on our own turn, so having Tenacious Speed Hate is really important. We have Capture the Target, a 1/5 with a 3 low block. Response once per turn Tenacious, or Enhance once per turn Tenacious, excuse me. If you have 3 or more attacks in your card pool, ready this foundation. Again, we're going to commit a lot of cards on our turn, so any ones that we can use that are committed or that we can ready is going to be a bonus for us. We have the Terrific Trio, a 2/5 with a 2 mid block. Enhance Remove, if you have 3 or more attacks in your card pool, your attack gets +2 speed and +2 damage. So really pushing that late string damage through your rival. We have Latent Skill, a 2/5 with a 2 high block. Enhance Flip, discard 2 cards, draw 2 cards. Or draw 3 cards if we discarded a Wish Heart, which is pretty good. We have Invincible Body, a 3/5 with a 4 mid block. First Enhance, remove, reduce this attack's damage to 0. So if our rival's trying to build up a big attack and we don't want to deal with it, we can sit on Invincible Body for a while, and then as our first Enhance, we can remove Invincible Body, set their damage to 0. Really good way to try to get around cards like that. We have Keiko's Aid, a 2/5 with a 3 high block. Responds flip after you block an attack, your rival's next attack gets +2 difficulty. It's kind of like Breaker, but better because your rival can't get around it by just playing a foundation. We have Syndicate Target, a 0/6 with a 0 low block. As a static, if we block with it, we lose a health, but it's one of the best low blocks in the game, especially on a 6-check foundation. And lastly, we have Always Cool, a 2/5 with a 2 low block. As a static, this card cannot leave our card pool during the combat phase. As an enhance, we may add it to our card pool to build the top 2 cards of our deck, which means we get more foundations during our turn in order to string out with. Or as a response, we can destroy this card. After an attack is played, its damage cannot be modified. It also has the ranged and taunt keywords. So we can defensively use it to not take a whole bunch of damage, or if we know that our rival's turn is coming to an end, we can add this to our card pool to build the top 2 cards of our deck face down. They do build in ready, so we'll be able to play them, use them defensively, but also they're there ready on our next turn in order to string out. And that is Porco Galliard, Jaw Titan Crushing Biter. He's not the easiest. This guy is going to be really difficult to balance. You're really not doing a lot of damage until you transform, because that +2 speed, +2 damage is really going to help you push. It's like Godzilla with City Rampage, although that's more about getting the bonus to your checks, but also you get the 1 speed, 1 damage plus Godzilla's 3 damage, so 1 speed, 4 damage. This is just evening it out a little bit to 2 speed, 2 damage on all of your attacks. I think you could definitely try to make it work. It's not going to be easy. I think that's why they gave him the most health of any 7-hander we've seen, outside of All Might 4. But yeah, I think they knew that he was going to have some trouble. He was going to struggle. But that's not to say it can't work. I definitely think people can make Porco work if they're willing to put in the effort. And that's what I love about this game. Any character's playable if you just put in the effort. But what do you guys think? Do you think Porco's just going to sit in everyone's binder? Or do you think some mad person might actually crack the code here? I'd be interested to know what you think in the comments. Please like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribing helps grow the channel, and it helps spread the word not only to Attack on Titan fans, but card game fans in general, and it helps get a lot of new players' eyes on the game, and on my channel where they can learn how to play the game. So until then, I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.